Ukrainians have launched the Belgorod Offensive. So this is actually a very interesting offensive. So we just talk about the facts first. Russian Defense Ministry have announced that the Ukrainian forces have tried to attack into the Belgorod and Kursk region. So Ukrainian forces are attacking in multiple locations. So there is this over Tekino into the Kursk region, and then there is also other advances. Over here is this is at Spadaryoshino, Velika Pesarivka, Obnorobivka, as well as Nekotivka. So the Ukrainian forces are attacking in multiple directions, all towards Belgorod direction. And so these are the attacks. And so given how this react, this seems to be the main diversion. This is the main attack. Whereas there is a push towards Belgorod, and then there's another trying to sneak in Ukrainian sabotage forces, commandos or special forces into the region in Kursk, while the Russians are reacting to this action over in this Great Voron region. So, but then this push towards Belgorod is, I believe, is the main intention. So the situation over here is interesting because Velika Pesarivka, this area here towards Great Voron, is something that the Ukrainians have done before. The Ukrainians have actually attacked into this area before previously. So they are trying to test the Russian forces again, or maybe trying to dupe the Russian forces in this way. So they are pushing in this way, and then there's another attack around Popivka region, and another one coming over here from the south. And this seems to be the main attack. So far, this attack is all repelled at this moment, but the attack is still ongoing. Well, there is the main push from Kozacha Lopan moving up the highway. I believe this is actually the main push. This one goes straight all the way to Belgorod, and I believe this is actually the real intention. The most interesting thing I would say is that this is actually a plan that I told many of you guys, if you have been following DPA for some while. I have already said the best course of action for a Ukrainian counter-offensive or major offensive is towards Belgorod, is to capture Belgorod. And that was before the Ukrainians launched their infamous counter-offensive to hit the wall and got destroyed. Had they used all 12 brigades and go all towards Belgorod, all 12 brigades towards Belgorod, they could capture it. 100% they will capture it. But now, I feel that this comes a bit late. So, So anyway, I going to talk more about this and maybe the conclusions and whatnot. So, by the way, this comes a bit late, and where they already lost so much of the aircraft, so much of the tanks, and the Russians have actually increased production in terms of armored artillery, and also they have air superiority. They have the fat bombs, the glide bombs. They have superior everything. That's the problem now. And so this, I'm not going to have a very bullish expectation for this Belgorod offensive. I think it's going to fail very badly because they have lost that window of opportunity. So, and the Russians have also conducted major multiple attacks through airstrikes and artillery strikes in multiple locations to attack any Ukrainian forces that they have detected in these few locations. So this one is very near to the Velika Pesarivka, where the Ukrainian forces launched an attack, and there's multiple ones further away, near Voschansk, near Velika Bulok, as well as another one just opposite Berezovka, and then, which means there could be another force over in this area here with a reserve force at the rear, and then maybe another diversionary in this area here. Because when the Ukrainians are attacked in this direction, I believe that when the Russian forces are not engaging in this one, the Ukrainian forces then launch another attack coming from the Voschansk region, and with a diversion coming into Berezovka, and then the reserve force can actually go towards Voschansk to support the offensive into Belgorod. I believe this is what we're seeing. And the ones over here in towards Great Voron, I think this is actually a major diversion. This is going to draw Russian attention into this area here, because the Ukrainians have already done attacked this area once before. So I believe they are just trying to dupe the Russians into believing that the Ukrainians are so dumb to try to go into this area here again. So main objective is Belgorod. That's what I think. So yeah, I already talked too much, so this is gonna be his own video, definitely. No, but this is important because this is a very major operation. This is the start of a Belgorod Offensive. Very interesting, and Tekino is definitely just an attempt to use the chaos that's currently happening over towards the Belgorod region to sneak forces into the enemy's rear in the Kursk region. So very, very interesting operation by the Ukrainian armed forces. So anyway, that's all for the Belgorod front. I'm going to start to call this the Belgorod front until further notice.